Well, there are thousands of really important charities in this country, and they're all very worthwhile and they need help. As a former player and coach, I've seen the effects this has on the former players I played with and players that I coached. There's a lot of problems right now. The league has tried to address it, but they really haven't addressed it properly. So all we try to do is we're a stopgap, actually, and that's what we are. We try to raise money to take care of these guys who really need help. I mean, it's the simplest of things. They may need food. They need lodging. I mean, medical help. Whatever it is, we try to help them out with that. And a lot of these guys, people say, well, they made a lot of money playing for football. They shouldn't be. Well, excuse me, they are. And in the days I played, I want to make everybody aware, we did not make a lot of money. So the guys that didn't take care of it, they'd probably fallen on hard times. So right now, the Gridiron Greats is the only one out there right now that's going directly to these players and trying to help them individually. It's like anything else. I think it's what you know, when you know, and what you do about it. It's not too complicated. I mean, football's a violent sport. I mean, people hit each other. These guys are moving at a high rate of speed. They're bigger, faster, stronger. And no matter what you say, I tell people, and I'm not trying to be facetious, if you play it long enough, you'll probably get some kind of an injury. The worst injury, are the ones you really don't see when they happen. They come in the form of a concussion or getting your bell rung or getting knocked out. But they come back to haunt them 10, 15 years later where they really have severe mental problems. Well, there's no question that a lot of people have turned their back on these players because they feel that they don't owe them anything. And the Gridiron Greats treats them just like they would one of their children, just like our family. We bring them in, we do the best we can for them. And we know we can't do enough, we can't do everything, but we can make a difference. And that's the big thing. Can you make a difference in a person's life that will give them a quality of life that they can appreciate and enjoy instead of being in despair all the time? My man, Michael Hands Urban, will you prancercise with me for the greats? Haji, Merle Hodge, great Pittsburgh Steeler, will you prancercise with me for the greats? My man, Kyle Turley, toughest guy I've ever known. Will you prancercise with me for the greats? Boy, I love this guy, Matt Burke. Man, he was a Minnesota Vikings. Matt, will you prancercise with me for the greats? Now, I'll tell you what about greats. One of the greatest of all time and maybe as good as ever played the running back position. Gale Sayers, will you prancercise with me for the greats? Here's my man. You got to say something good. He's a great. He's the Polish prince, the king of Ron Charles Jaworski. Will you prancercise with me for the greats? How about Chris Carter, one of the all-time great receivers in football? Chris, will you prancercise with the old man for the greats? My man, Boomer, Chris Berman, will you prancercise with me for the greats? Keyshawn, no Sean, Keyshawn, around Sean, Keyshawn Johnson, one of the great receivers in the National Football League, Keyshawn, and a colleague. Will you prancercise with me for the greats? Tommy Jackson, Denver Broncos. Ooh, blood and guts. Tommy, will you prancercise with me for the greats? One of the greatest middle linebackers ever to play the game, special guy, Ray Lewis. Ray, will you prancercise with me for the greats? Here come my guys right here, Chris Mortensen and Adam Schefter. Come on, man. Will you guys prancercise with me for the greats? And Susie Colbert, what a wonderful lady. I want to see you prancercise with me for the greats. Waddle and Sylvie, I know those guys. I doubt that they can prancercise, but will you guys prancercise with me for the greats? And Sarah Spain, ESPN Chicago, will you prancercise with me for the greats? And my man, Keyshawn Johnson, you were on Dancing with the Stars. Will you prancercise with me for Gridiron Greats? Jimmy Fallon, I tell you, I love you, man. You're funny. You're really funny. Will you prancercise with me for the greats? And the great lady, Sarah Palin, would you prancercise with the old man for the Gridiron Greats?